But ultimately, we are going to be covering. We have a special guest tonight. We're going to be talking about the Carolina Mini. Got Doug Chester who's going to be joining us. So I'll tell you a little bit about himself, or a lot about himself, because we have plenty of time here. And JR not taking all the questions, so we got that going. Personally, had a pretty good week. Lowe's started their Christmas stuff that I didn't get online, like all the new Rudolph stuff this year. I got a lot of that. Got started getting my stuff from Home Depot also. And yeah, it's been a real expensive week here at the Lunar household. And we're not even doing the big display you guys see. And that's actually my 2023 display, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's 24. Who knows? Who cares? It's in the past. But you guys are in for a treat today. We love talking about the minis. And I love hearing about them and getting to meet new people. So I'm going to run our intro, and then I'm going to bring Doug in. And yeah, I think you guys are, we're up to 9 million people. All right. I'm pretty certain every one of those numbers on the screen equals 1 million people. So
if you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you need the professional triers. This is a Matos Designs production.
And I am not done! Mark my word!
I like your line, I like your prices. There's a problem. There's no guarantee on the box.
You can't hang out with chickens and expect to soar with eagles.
Why are you smiling like that? I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
And now, here are your hosts, JR and Brad.
Oh, we can handle it. We're professionals.
So I have some lagging issues going on, so I'm actually working on fixing that. So hopefully it looks good on your end, because it looks terrible on my screen. But without further ado, I'm going to give him a few more minutes to get situated, as he just sped home and got home. So yeah, make sure if you guys have any questions or comments, to 1,000,000% go ahead and put them in the comments section. Got the wife working in the background. Wait, what?
I should have wondered if that's why we're lagging.
She thinks we're lagging because she's in the same room, but she's on a different Wi-Fi than me. I don't know. I mean, might have been doing it. Who knows? So without further ado, I'm going to add to the stage Mr. Doug Chester from Carolina. And if I had enough time, I'd do the clapping sound, but we'll do that. So apparently I'm also on delay on the screen too. So Doug, what's going on? How are we doing today?
Doing well. Just got home. Excited to be here on the podcast and spread a little word about the Carolinas Mini.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on. Was that one that JR was able to make it to? Because he seems to be either him or a Pearl version.
No, he didn't get to make it to this one. He did help sponsor those, so we appreciate that, and help provide breakfast and snacks. So we gladly appreciate his donation.
Nice. Well, JR, he has been very. Wow, there is such a delay on here. He has been very gracious for years with the hobby. That's why I love supporting him myself. My Sasquatch Megatree, like I got that year one, and I was going to try to do some other things, but everyone's like, just get this and you'll be good. So I'm glad I did. So if you don't mind, please tell us about yourself, where you're located, like what kind of display, how big is it? Are you a winner like me of the Great Christmas Light Fight, or a loser of the Great Christmas Light Fight like JR? These are the questions that people have.
So I am located in Granite Falls, North Carolina. It's about an hour north of Charlotte, kind of towards the
Okay.
mountains. I have a approximately 40,000 pixel show, not including matrices and stuff like that. Been doing it for 9 or 10 years. Have 2 Sasquatch trees myself. Love them. Very easy to put up, very easy to take down, the whole 9 yards. But first couple of years was a struggle, and without the help of the community and all the YouTube videos and such, could not have been doing what we're doing. So
Yeah, I 1,000,000% agree with that. I'm all for copying people, just like some of the vendors in this community. But no, really, that's a joke. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. If you feel I was talking about you, then stop copying people. But no, I mean, snowflake's a snowflake. You'll have those things. But yeah, no, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Like me personally, like I'll like play it, pause it, make it look like that, pause it, make it look like that, and it works. It's pretty cool. And especially with the virtual Christmas summit during COVID and a few years after, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But with all the in-person minis this year, it's hard to get people who want to take some time, usually on Labor Day weekend, to do that. So, so you got other displays by you, or are you kind of like, are you kind of remote? Or
yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple within 20 or 30 minutes. Hovis has one in Newton. It's Lights on 13th Street, I think is what it's called. And then I have another friend over in Granite Falls that I got him started a year or two after me, and he's got a pretty good display as well. Green's Family Christmas, I think is what it's called. I don't remember his Facebook page, but we got a couple right here local, and then if you drive a little further out, we've got a lot in the Carolinas.
So we also just had Richard join the team, and I hope you know him because he just popped in here, and Jared didn't really tell me he was going to be on. So like, whatever. Yeah, if you guys are able to get into our lounge, I'll just throw you in here.
Okay.
But Richard, just finding out a little bit about Doug. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from, and what kind of show are we looking at?
Sure. I'm in Newton, North Carolina, about 30 minutes or so from Doug. I started Lights in 2017 with animated display, and of course it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. Doug's still the champion of quantity of lights, but it's not a competition. It's all to bring joy. But that's the basics. We're actually doing a similar charity. He does Samaritan's Purse, and I do Samaritan's Purse, but I kind of designated for Operation Christmas Child last year. And whenever we heard that the Carolina Mini wasn't going to be a thing, Doug kind of contacted me and said, "Hey, you think we can do this?" And between Doug and Justin and a few others, Neil and Jay and some others on the team, we were able to keep the Carolina Mini rolling.
Wow. Okay. I was trying to fix the lagging on my side, and apparently I muted myself to tell my wife I'm kicking her out of the party, and I never unmuted it. So, yeah, we're completely unscripted. We just lost 4 million viewers, so sorry about that. But anyways, so the Carolina Mini is it's been around for a while. For the people who've never been there, and I actually was planning on attending this year, I found out like a lot of people, but I found out at the Florida Mega Mini, I was actually staying with Audra and Rodney Burton, and found out that was going on, and my heart kind of like sunk because we were planning on going, but so you guys got a pretty decent turnout every year from what I've seen, and yeah, tell us about it, where it's located, because we're expecting it, I'm assuming, to be back next year, bigger than everything.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to have the same location again this coming year. We already announced the date. It's going to be July 30th.
And what's the date?
July 31st, 2027.
Not June 6th, like everything else.
and then it's here in Granite Falls. The details are on the page, but it's at a Mountain Grove Baptist Church here in Granite Falls. This year, our attendance was down a little bit just because we were kind of pushed to get things out and probably didn't do the best job on social media. But in years past, we've had 100 plus attend. This year, we had right around 50. It's totally free. It's all sponsored by vendors. Doesn't cost a thing to come. We just ask that you register so we can plan on food and such. But it's a great turnout, great lessons, had some great speakers. Couldn't ask for a better turnout from sponsors and teachers in the community.
And who should be coming to these events? If somebody's like, oh, my display's not big, my display's too small, I don't have one of these big on TV shows or something like that, what would you say to them?
Anybody's welcome. I mean, whether it's your first year, we had a way more first year people, or at least people that said it was their first year, than I think we've had in quite some time. I mean, I've always gotten at least one nugget of very useful information out of every mini. Normally it's a lot of information and you get to talk shop with friends and people who aren't tired of you talking about Christmas lights all year long. But it's a place where you can connect with people locally that can give you assistance. I mean, there's a year where I had a lightning strike and all of my show was basically down like a week before Christmas. And
Oh, wow.
several people in the hobby, including Doug, basically loaned me some spare parts here and there because there's no way I could have got the parts in time because it was a week from Christmas. I mean, the biggest time of year my show dies because all the controllers got fried. And I found out later several of the sub-controller, the other controllers ended up differentials died as well. And Doug helped me and several others in the hobby. And if I didn't have the mini and sought out these people just for assistance, I mean, just snowballing ideas. I mean, I've helped Doug last year 3D print a few things, and he's helped me with controllers, and I've gone to his house and helped him set up stuff because his show is so large. And just it's that camaraderie that you kind of build with people. And the more you go, like, oh, hey, there's Santa Dave, and there's old Russell, and just all the different people that you get to see every year that you may not get to see as often from all over. Just vendors that come that can bring you some props. I mean, just saving a few dollars, even just on shipping costs from like EFL, Jackie at EFL. A lot of times just came and brought his trailer just full of Coro, and people love doing that. I mean, just the savings alone on shipping and the extra sales that Jackie gets from it, and being able to be he's just a great guy that's part of this hobby. It's been amazing.
Yep.
So whether it's your 10th year, and you know most everything, I mean, there's always something new. I mean, X-Light, if we learned anything this year, X-Lights has changed dramatically. And even some of the people who've been experienced with it there's things not where they used to be. And so just it's being able to learn, being able to contribute, and
So I just updated to 15.1. I really have not done much with X-Lights since probably it was before our mini in Ohio in mid-June. So it might have been maybe Florida Mega Mini, maybe a little bit after. I'll add some props and, do some sub-modeling and stuff. Jason, if you're watching, I doubt it, Gilbert, I will get to those props for you, buddy. My bad. I've been doing other things. But, yeah, so I've heard there's been some pretty crazy stuff going on. But, yeah, I mean, I know some stuff was moved on. I did see a few sequence vendors like kind of saying, hey, guys, can we just chill for 26? Because there's been a lot of stuff going on. So being in an event like this, especially with veterans who might be able to guide you through, it has to be a huge boost, to somebody who might be, in their first couple of years.
Yeah.
Or a veteran.
and just the knowledge you're able to share, and even learn. Like even since like me and Richard have done it for 10 years, like he said, we all learned something, and I even learned something this time, and some ideas on how to make stuff better, and it was just very beneficial. And another plug for why you want to come is everybody wins something. So we all got something as a door prize. Some people, and a lot of people got 2. I think everybody got 2 this year. So it's a free mini, and you get free stuff. So you can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, we've been lucky to be able to reach out to a lot of the sequence vendors and a lot of the people who sell pixels and different things, Pixel Now and Matos, and just a bunch of the guys, Buscoyo in the past. What's the new one, Doug, that was there? The Midwest, Coro.
Yep.
Was
Midwest Coro.
Sent a bunch of Coro to us, and they've got some really interesting props. So we were able to have prizes for everybody. So we're kind of proud that we're one of the few minis left that it's as big as we are, and you don't have to pay for it.
That's pretty awesome. So what were you guys most excited about this year? What was what kind of classes did you guys have? What were your most favorite? Well,
we had one on states. That was helpful if you have any singing props or anything you want to have some movement to. We had Clyde Lindsay. You can refresh me, Richard, on what all we had. But a Megatree class.
We had some advanced sequencing with, I think, Barry, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Sequence Solutions, Barry Wells.
Yep.
Again, just putting us on the spot here.
I'm sorry.
It's I've kind of slept since then. But yeah, we had a lot of good events. We've had a lot of good people at our who were teaching different things this year. We did get kind of a late start on getting a few teachers, and unfortunately, the timing that we had didn't work out for several of the people that we would like to have had that were. With Jackie just having a new grandbaby, I promise you, I wouldn't have been at the mini either. I would have been with my new grandbaby, and several others. I think EFL had some other life things going on at the same time, so that they couldn't. Not EFL. EFL is Jackie. Showstoppers. We've had them there in the past, and they wanted to come back, but again, just because of life issues, weren't able to. But yeah, we've had some really good teachers. We're hoping to be able to plan a little bit more in advance for next year. We've actually got Russell back on board the committee.
Hey, Russ.
So Russell's joining the show. He's not going to be. We're going to leave Doug as leader, but Russell's so busy that just with all the stuff he does for the community, leading a whole nother mini is just it can get a little bit of burnout. So he luckily was able to attend a bunch of different minis this year, help out with a couple, but didn't have to be the entire person controlling everything. And I guess Doug can tell you that that's just not an easy job. Yeah. And we had several good people on our committee. Justin was MVP of our mini, keeping us organized and creating spreadsheets and just making sure that we followed up with the things we needed to follow up with to make our mini as good as it was.
So obviously there was a few difficulties and stuff, which with all minis you're going to have. So is there anybody else that behind the scenes that you guys maybe want to mention that we haven't mentioned? And ultimately, there's always going to be some hiccups along the way, but what are you guys most proud of?
We came together as a team, and we all stepped up to get it knocked out. Like he said, it was kind of almost a last minute thing to where we had to kind of each take a role and just reach out to vendors or reach out to teachers, and it really came together pretty well. We didn't have any major hiccups except for we forgot to take a group photo. And hand up accountability, my fault. But it went well. Everybody learned something. We got some great feedback. Everybody's excited to come back next year. We went ahead and got the date out for this year so that we can start planning better and make it bigger and better. Maybe get some teachers on the schedule early and some vendors locked in early instead of having schedule conflicts later in the year. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to personally volunteer JR to teach. He loves teaching. JR loves to teach. So you could just mark him down and let him know the day before.
Even if he doesn't teach, he needs to be there.
But yeah, like just give a few shout outs. We had Jay McCathern was on our committee, Justin Rhodes, Doug's wife, Liza, was a huge benefit, just taking care of a lot of things behind the scenes, keeping Doug in line. Neil Hewler, Olivia Green, Ray Tuttle, Rodney Hard, as always, is just are great people to have on our mini. Did I close out? I think I closed out.
You're good. You're in there.
Okay, I'm still good. Okay.
I think it's a lag. I
was looking at it and I closed the window and I forgot to where it was. So. What about you, this whole streaming deal?
Yeah, it definitely took a village. Could not have done it by myself. Not possible. It was still a lot of work being the man on the ground here locally, setting stuff up. But everybody on the committee stepped up and could not have done it without them. So thank you to all of them. I've told them numerous times, but they're amazing.
Yeah, all of Doug's family, daughters and such stepped up and helped.
People, I think people don't realize how much goes into it. And if it's anything like anything in this hobby, you want all the help you can get, but it's also extremely hard to delegate responsibilities because of how probably most of our brains work, and everything has to be perfect for that one little kid. We don't want to ruin their holidays or ruin their event, and a lot of. It's not a horrible thing. It's it's an ADHD thing with perfectionism. A lot of people think you're a perfectionist. Like, no, it's just how your brain works. Because if it ain't perfect, what's with that one light out? Like, really? Mm-hmm. You look at the other 150,000 and be okay. So at what point? Because I know it happened every event I've been at, or at least helped put on. At what point were you guys like? You just took a step back and be like, you know what, this is exactly why we do this. Because I know it had to be a lot of work. You guys were under the gun. But at some point you had to be like, okay, that was worth it.
I think for me, well, I'll let Doug think, but at least for me, it was having people who've been at my show talk to me about doing their own. And even though they're not going to do one as big as mine, they still attended the mini and have actually bought all the parts and pieces to create their own mini show for their house. Their address is in a great location for actually having people drive by all the time. As you know, you can get quite popular at Christmas, and
never noticed.
But just to know that like you made a difference in somebody, you're like the joy that you have for the hobby has now been. It's like having grandkids. Like you're. It's not just you enjoying. It's like you've now procreated. Now there's more people that are going to have joy that are going to go out into the future, and you're multiplying the joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we started putting ours on in Ohio, because we really, I would go to Florida and see all this stuff and like, man, I really wish we had more of this by us because it's pretty cool. So, yeah, Doug.
So for me, it actually started last year. And you mentioned Rodney Burton. Rodney is a powerhouse if you've never spoke to him. And I got to the point where I kind of lost my willing to do the show. I kind of got burnt out. Had some negative comments from people about my light show. And when he spoke to me, it fired me up. And so this year I got to share that with everybody that was there about how we don't do it for the negative haters.
No.
We do it for that. We do it for that kid or that person that you've touched their life. And it changes their entire year or maybe entire rest of their life. So that's why we do this hobby. And that was the moment for me, channeling my inner Rodney Burton, sharing that with the attendees.
Yeah, we're flying out the night after his episode aired to visit them and then go to Disney and Universal. And I really thought we were going out there to celebrate them making the show. We were actually alternates. We were alternates at the time to film for season 13. We didn't make it on that year. It was the first year I tried. And my heart broke for them. I mean, we love them. Like, a lot of people don't know me and Rodney are actually brothers. He's got a better tan. He just tans better because he's down in Florida than me. But his was the first real display that I saw. My first season, and they gave us a backstage tour. Never met us. Audra actually grew up not too far away from where we live, and they're just amazing. And we get to visit with them. They demand that we stay with them. And Rodney's a big dude, so I'm not not going to tell him no. But no, I get to play with Pumpkin and Pixel and their two orange cats. And it's just they're just genuinely just amazing people. What some people may not know, and I don't know if I've even mentioned it on here, Rodney and Audra were supposed to come to our filming. And it took two freaking hurricanes, that Rodney had to show up because he was putting it up early because they had a vacation. They were going to, I believe, New Orleans. Takes it down for the first hurricane, puts it back up. And then when I saw the second hurricane coming into the area, I was like, man, I know you're taking it down, ready to put it back up. Like, you need to just chill. It's okay. I'd love to have you here. But, I mean, yeah, it took two hurricanes that took that guy down. Now, but he would message me every single morning, offering advice, offering, spiritual advice, or just keep it up, man. You got this. I know it's tough. Group chat, we have the four of us, same thing, just always offering just words of encouragement. And I guarantee you, A, we don't film, and B, I definitely don't win without him constantly hey, man. And he did it just because that's the type of person he is. So big shout out to Rodney and Audra. If you need it, hit up Rodney for his blueprint. I don't know if I could just say other random, companies on here, but JR ain't here, so I don't care. Rodney, he's awesome. If you want to lose a few pounds, it's still time to get in your beach bod for the end of the summer. And or for that late season vacation, hit up Rodney. But yeah, no. So anybody who knows Rodney knows he will literally, almost basically fly across country and help you with your show.
He's something else. And we got to spend some time with them last year at the Carolinas Mini. And my wife she's kind of been in the hobby and helped, but after speaking to them, she's got in the hobby. She has got more involved and enjoyed it. So they got her fired up too. So
yeah, we were there my first year, and seeing their house, 70, 80,000. Actually, I think Ronnie was about double my size my first year. So I think he was still only around 90 some thousand lights, but with the way their house is designed. And I mean, it's just like if there was a house that was built for some kind of lighting show, I mean, it's just amazing. And it's, if you guys don't know, like that's one of the things you might miss at the Carolina Mini next year is the Burtons. So you said July 31st, which is pretty awesome weekend. It's a week after my birthday, so I think we might want to do that. I was actually really looking forward to going this year. That was one of the ones that we had on it because Russ is awesome people, and he was taking a lot on along with doing stuff in Florida and like being a family man. That can't be. I can't imagine. So what did people miss this year? Like for the people who didn't come, the other 48 people besides you and Richard, go ahead and talk a little crap. Tell them what they missed and why they need to be there July 31st next year.
Oh, they missed some great classes, some great giveaways. I mean, I think I won, between me and my wife, won 4 or 5 things. Everything from free sequences to huge discount codes like $50 or $100 off.
You should never win stuff at your own minis.
Well, it was fair. I didn't draw it.
I know. I personally don't. I have no problem if people who help put on the event and it's all randomly drawn or however it's done. I think that's more than fair because if people even remotely knew the work that you guys, I know, put in to go all that and the stress, you'll have that. Richard's back.
Sorry, I had a doorbell. Actually, I have a neighbor who, speaking of lights, there's a neighbor of mine who is elderly, but he does some lights kind of like what we do, but he needs some assistance to make it happen. So.
Oh, he wasn't stopping by and asking if you were going to turn the lights on tonight?
No, well, not him, but he was. Fun story real quick. The first year I did lights, I had like the majority of my house, the majority of the yard was just like regular incandescent lights, Walmart lights. But I had a little mega tree, it's about 1,000 lights, a little less, that I was proud of. And I had some animations, and I think you could only do the radio that year. And the day after Christmas, I get a knock on my front door. Who's that? It was the Newton Appearance Commission said that I'd won second place in a Christmas lighting contest. I'm like, all right, well, that's great. I mean, I didn't enter the contest, so I got second place. But the part of me was like, all right, well, who got first? And it was apparently the gentleman that I'm actually helping right now. And so over the years, I've kind of got to know him a little bit and kind of how he does his show. Because his isn't really a show. It's more or less just like lights that blink. There's no music or anything like that. So just people on that side of the town. But he just needs a little bit of assistance. So I'll be probably helping him order some controllers and such. I think he's trying to rebuild.
My first year doing it, the animated, I remember being in a buddy of mine texted me about our city contest. And I'm like, come on, I ain't going to lose, and, there's the guy who was coming in second place and they were only counting likes. If somebody loved your display or loved your pictures, that didn't count. It had to be a like. So you have to message people like, hey, can you change your vote, your emoji from a like to a love to a like? Because, if they like it too much, it don't count. And, you find yourself like belittling sometimes other people's displays. And it's like, like, why are people voting for them? I can do it in a couple days, what they, put out. But it's like, wait, we're all doing this should be doing it for the same reasons and stuff. And I ended up a whole lot of because the gentleman across town, he's younger than I am. I wouldn't say he's a kid anymore, but, I started going out to his house, found out about him. He does a lot of LOR stuff, so I pretty much gave him a good portion of my AC stuff for his display. fast forward a few years, his brother's now an assistant store manager at a Lowe's. And yeah, it kind of helps that you do some nice things. I had the whole family out, him and his mom and brother, gave him backstage, years before this, because it's like, why are we competing? But like you said, Richard, like 4 or 5 years in a row, we got a certificate. And I think we entered one year, and this past year after I had already a year prior about our light fight win. So I kind of, without spoiling the news, I was like, I just joined it as a joke. And then immediately, they're like, hey, congrats, you win. I'm like, can we just give it to somebody else? Like, I don't want to hear it, from people. And it's like, look, if there's a prize, anything, like, cool. I was in it. I don't want people not decorating. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
Yeah, there's a local realtor who the last couple of years has had a contest, and the like at least the last 2 or so years that I was in it, of course, you look at the other displays and it's like, there's no way I can't win this. And it did. The first year it is kind of nice just to say, like, I finally got that first place trophy. But again, after a while, I mean, it's like, it's not about your display being, quote, better than somebody else's. I mean, because I tell people all the time, if you put one string of regular Christmas lights across your door, you're doing more than the average.
And I'll stop and look at that house. I don't know about you guys. I will literally be like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I like what they did there. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, because it just says that they tried a little bit, and that's still more than the average. And so it means they had a little bit of spirit to be able to put those lights up, and they're trying to do something for their little community to say, I got some Christmas spirit. Man, so one string of lights is awesome. So, it's not like I say, it's not about knowing that you're going to have, like, you're going to win the trophy anymore. Because again, that's not what it's about. I mean, like, if you compete with anybody, and it's not really competing, like, I mean, Doug's display is so much larger than mine, but he also has a lot more property than mine. So it's just like, is it a competition? It's like, no, but Doug has a different layout than I do. He has the people who can park in the field and watch the lights and not have to move after 2 songs because they don't live on like a main street, kind of like I do. So it's not a competition. It's about bringing joy to people. It's about the grandparents going by with their grandkids after picking them up from church or taking them from school and different things, coming home from a practice or something, and like the kids want to stop by the house. And like, I've heard many people like, yeah, every Thursday we stop by on the way home from whatever, and it's like, you're a Christmas tradition. And that also, I don't think people realize. I mean, the first couple of years, people don't know you exist. So it's getting the word out there that you exist. And once you do, of course, you don't really have to advertise a whole lot. The word of mouth will do a lot of that for you.
Soul moving heads.
But it's a, I wish, but it's being that tradition for the people. We all have Christmas traditions, but to be the tradition that people do every year, whether it's one time that they come by on a Saturday night, or they come by several different times and watch a couple different songs here and there. It's just being able to be a conduit for family to be able to sit together. They're not looking at their phones. They're watching the lights. They're spending a little bit of time together, just enjoying something as a family. And that is, again, the true joy that we get at Christmas. Hearing like watching TV at night, and then all of a sudden you hear like the kids belting out Rudolph or the Frozen song or whatever the popular one is that year. Just the kids are just like from the top of their lungs. They don't care. My neighbors luckily are really good, and they love hearing the kids as well. I've only got, I think, maybe one Grinch neighbor. But
I had one of those.
I saw mine with tequila. Tequila and universal gift cards.
So I'm in the country, so I only really have one neighbor. And the first year we got like big or popular, he kind of didn't enjoy it. And then his grandkids started coming
there it is.
multiple times a week, and now he loves it and helps me set up.
I would add some pretty much all of my neighbors have been a blessing. This past year, our line was about 2.5 miles long, and we really needed a full team. And most of my neighbors were the ones that were out helping out, so we were blessed with that. But yes, you get what you wish for. I remember a few years ago we were out there, and it was maybe the 10th of December, and I'm like pretty angry. Like, where the hell is everybody going live? Like, come on, come see this house. I have a house. I worked really, really hard on it. And my wife was like, you do realize like one day you're going to wish you had peace and quiet like this. Cause now I can't even turn on a bathroom light or like just turn my, look at my phone. It lights up and there's cars out front. And I swear they got like, this is not even the moving heads. There's just, they see a light go on. They're like, hey, you turning it on? You turning it on? Like, no, I'm not. I'm supposed to be dark this year, but now that I'm buying all this crap, I keep forgetting the 2 U-Hauls I bought from Lowe's last year and all this stuff that I'm buying now. It's like, I might have to have a difficult talk with a few of my neighbors who I promised I wouldn't do it this year. And my own self, I promised myself. But so, Richard, I find that awesome that you guys can help each other out, because that is what this is about. If people are at home watching, if you're getting into these neighborhood contests because you're worried about a piece of paper, remember, like you said, those little kids that come by every year, and you might be the only little joy they're getting for a while. So, I mean, we as decorators, I think, don't really realize the responsibilities that we do for people.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. There's a police officer I talked to, because I try to talk to a few cars now and again, because I've not met many strangers. And we got the gift of gab, I guess, according to my family anyway. But I was talking to a guy who used to be a police officer, and he said that, like, as it gets later in the evening, he'd like roll through and just like park and watch a few songs, and it's like he gets to just get a little bit of joy, because he's like, it's spending Christmas, he's not with his family, it's late at night when he wants to be with his family and being able to spend the holidays watching stuff, and he was able to like bring a little bit of joy to himself by watching our display.
Nice.
And so it's little things like that are like can truly mean a lot to you. And there's tons of different stories I've heard of people that like our displays affect people way more than just watching some lights. I mean, it's a lot of the emotional connections, and just even some of the charities I've had in the past I used to have a local Christian charity that I did for a couple of years, and there's a lady who like, yeah, you're helping those, because they saved me whenever I was homeless, and they gave me clothes and they gave me food, and so just like I didn't ask for all the information, but just the little things that we're doing like to help this charity might have been the difference that they needed.
Exactly.
Man, you guys are really pulling on those heartstrings and making me want to start think about pulling all this out. That's awesome. So it happens at every event. What's the one thing behind the scenes, the kind of funny thing that happened that unless you were there, you may not know it has happened?
I got it.
There's always at least one.
So it's funny that you're lagging on this video.
Damn, it is lagging.
No. So I'm gonna call out Jay McCatherine.
Calling you out, Jay.
So at least once, the entire time we were having our little committee meetings, he'd be mid-sentence and his internet would freeze, and then we'd come back in, and then it would freeze again. And so it was an inside joke of every time we'd have a meeting, he would act like he's freezing, but he wasn't.
That's actually pretty awesome. Richard, is there anything that you can remember that might have happened I mean, it's okay as long as it's not illegal to talk about the evening activities.
The only thing that kind of I can really think of that was kind of behind the scenes thing was um, the the props that we brought to the mini to kind of like just as our display to kind of, I mean, if you don't have lights at your mini, it's like almost hypocrisy. And Doug did an amazing job very quickly, like the morning of trying to be able to program because he was doing so much stuff the couple days before, and we could only get in there so quickly. Um, but he was did an amazing job programming the lights, and I'll just try to just have some basic patterns and stuff on there. And but there were still a few that like didn't quite light up right because the numbers were off a little bit, but just a small little thing, the stuff that only we're going to notice. It's like that one pixel that's out of my matrix right now that I'm the only one who notices it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you got 25,000 more. It's they're not going to notice that one.
Oh, and then was it Ken from Wired Watts pointed out that my winch on my Sasquatch tree is upside down.
I did.
Does it work?
It does.
Mathematically, it shouldn't. So what? When it's going in reverse, it's actually going forward and vice versa?
I guess, but it works. So
it works because JR uses it in his show. He uses everything he sells, allegedly.
Yeah.
I'd love to
So,
have one.
For the people at home, do you guys got a Facebook page? Where can they like? Where can they follow you? Where can they possibly start signing up to either be a teacher possibly or volunteer or to just send you lots of money and gifts?
Yeah, so we have a Facebook page, Carolina's Mini. You can find that on Facebook. They can message us about anything they want to, and we'll try to get back to them as soon as possible. We'll get out more info soon. Registration will probably be a little while before we actually open up registration, but we'll try to get that all happening pretty soon. But they can message us on there about anything they want to.
Yeah, and anyone who wants to donate stuff to us, I've generally been the one who's dealt with a lot of that, so they can either just message me just at my name, or again through the Carolina's Mini messaging app. They can do it there as well. And one of the things that I've tried to pride myself on in the past is not just going to like all the like the big names of sequencers trying to get sequences, but I try to go to the small people, the people that you don't really know about, but just to give them a little bit of exposure, because there's several people out there that are on, I think it's like the X-Lights info page. There's a repository for people that you can actually buy sequences where you don't have to have a whole web page. And there's a lot of really good people out there. And I've contacted some of them in the past, and those are some of the things that we've had raffled off as well. So if you're big or small, if you got anything you want to able to donate to us that we can show off and again give you a little bit of recognition as well, we'd appreciate it.
Send money, send gifts, send elves, whatever you guys can do, help them out. Jay, like you guys mentioned Ken, you mentioned JR, the PPD guys, staff, Barry, you hear a lot of the same people that help at all the events. And for the people who weren't mentioned, there's a lot going on. I'm sure JR called these guys at the last minute like he does me. And
Actually was.
And that is the X-Lights Around the World song, I believe. Did Russ put that out yet? Did I not pay attention to it? Isn't that normally announced at yours, or is that out in Utah? Maybe they did announce it. I gotta start paying attention to X-Lights again.
Yeah, they announced
so you guys were only 50 this year, which honestly is still a pretty damn good turnout. And normally you're over 100. Is that the expectations again? Are we talking 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 million people next year?
Well, I mean, we've got room to grow. That's the venue we're at. It's huge. So we can stay here forever if we need to and keep growing. I'd love to have 200 plus this year. That'd be fantastic. The more, the merrier. But we can house as many as sign up. So if you sign up, come though, please.
Barring something unforeseen, you could put me and my wife down, and I will tell Rodney and Audra that I would love to see them there. We'd be like meeting in the middle of the U.S. And that would be phenomenal. So I might be frozen. I don't know. So your last pitch out to somebody, if they to come next year. I think everybody's lagging.
Yeah, don't miss it. It's one of my favorite things to do every year, if not the favorite. Obviously, there's some other stuff non-Christmas light related, but as far as lighting related, this is probably my favorite thing to do is meet up with fellow hobbyists and share our ups and our downs and just nerd out for a couple of days. Because nobody else gets us except for us.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, there we go. Give each other ideas, give each other help. I mean, there's a lot of times when just you're able to troubleshoot ideas, just like how do you mount it to this surface, or how did you mount this prop? I can't figure out a way to get the new gumdrop pixels to go into this the way they're supposed to, like the other pixels did. Or like, how did you mount it here? And just being able to do those sort of things with like-minded people. Again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to come other than just the drive there. We have great speakers. I mean, hopefully we'll have Matos this next year to speak to us. And
JR speaking.
There you go.
I mean, if JR's there and we come and Rodney's there, maybe a panel of, I mean, people who've been on shows before. And, you know, I know you guys have some out in North Kakalaki and South Kakalaki. So I don't know. That seemed to be pretty cool at Florida and at the Christmas Expo. And why not? Here? I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, if you're willing to come, we'll let you. That sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm. We'll make time for it.
Yeah, we'll definitely make the time.
Now, did you guys get to experience Bar Jenga this year?
No.
So we will definitely be bringing Jenga next year. So JR has to bring it. And if people don't know about the evening Jenga games, that is why you go to every mini. Is the evening get-ups. Now, did you guys have like a dinner the night before or of that same night? Was that a thing?
We did do a dinner at a local restaurant in Hickory.
Okay.
And was it Hickory? No, it was the Mexican place the first night.
Yeah.
So that was Granite Falls. So we did the first night was local Mexican restaurant, and in the past we've had some like other activities we've done afterwards, but just again because of our late planning, we didn't have that option this year. So again, there's things that are on the schedule for planning to make sure we have for next year. So the Friday night activity, whether it's Jenga or something else, we shot guns before, blacklight gun shooting. That was cool. When we were like with Russell, was able to work that out. So if we get some time, we're definitely going to make sure we do something cool.
We got to get them like triggered by X-Lights.
That'd be cool.
I mean, they can do it fireworks. I mean, we can figure it out. There's enough nerds in this community.
Yes.
Now, it sounds like one thing I want to say to you guys. The fact is, you pulled off something when it wasn't supposed to happen. So you should be damn proud of that. And to still have the turnout that you had, because there are some even smaller events, not that your event was small by any means, who might be like, well, you know, I had all year to plan and this and that. So what I got to say to anybody out there, and I'll say it every time we interview anybody, like about minis. Go to these events, find the time to do it. If you're in this hobby, you can learn so much in one day, or even better, make connections with people who can then help you out. Like Richard connecting with the guy who won first place. Now that guy's coming to him for help. Um, I gotta say, I've been to a lot of minis, and I've maybe sat in 5 to 10 classes, maybe 10. With the like, sometimes it's just usually just to heckle the speakers, um, but I usually find myself either in the vendor hall talking to vendors, or in off to the side helping people. Did you see any of that happening? Like people like helping each other out, like while your event was going on? Because I know you have in the past if Rodney was ever there. So
Oh yeah, it was every break, every time we had a minute between classes, and then we had a Q&A session to help everybody out. If somebody had a question, they could ask it, and we'd kind of take a poll of the room and see if anybody had an idea. So a lot of helping each other out.
how far are you guys from the Philadelphia area?
Oh, that's a pretty good ways. It's a short flight.
Brian Michael, short flight. We're doing a light fight panel. North Carolina, July 31st, around 2:30 p.m. Or Eastern Standard Time. JR is going. He's teaching, so he'll be doing double duty that night. But no, I know this was last minute, just like you guys put on a mini last minute, and you should be damn proud of yourself because I know how much work goes into it. I know how, and I don't even do the brunt of it. I'm just kind of like, hey, we're doing a mini. Would you like to donate? And so that's usually what my job is, and to kiss babies and hug popes and stuff or whatever when they're there. But guys, I want to thank you so very much. In closing, is there anything else you want to say to anybody, or remind them once again where to go and check you out? You said CarolinaMini.com.
Carolina's Mini on Facebook.
Okay. And it's not like North Carolina, South Carolina. It's
We try to incorporate both.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're on the Wired Watts list. If not, make sure you get on there. The calendar. Yeah, if you guys don't know wiredwatts.com, I don't know the exact link, but they have calendar there, and it shows all the events. So the whole I didn't get to any minis this year. Like, come on, man. There's at least one or two for most cases per state. And these guys and gals do a hell of a lot. The vendors give a hell of a lot. So make sure.
I think Wired Watch has been at every mini we've ever had.
They came up last year for us. So Ken and Jen are amazing. They cost me a lot of money in Philadelphia because I bought a whole bunch of crap and plan on buying more if I talk myself into doing a show this year. So don't do that. But no, they're in the Coro game, along with everything, one-stop shopping. So with that being said, it is mid-August. Buy your stuff now. If you have not bought your stuff, get it ordered now. Make sure you take advantage of any discounts that you might have had from your events. And because I'm not really nice to people who are complaining in November or December about how long shipping's taken or why everything costs so much. That it is what it is. So, guys, order it now because there could be shipping delays. There will be shipping delays around the holidays. Take whatever you think you need. Order double because you're gonna, you're always order extra. If you order just enough and you have a few bad strings.
SFL Designs has great 3D designs that they can print for you, or you can download the STLs and print it yourself. They do some amazing work. They just came up with some new controller mounts that are absolutely amazing, really strong. So they were another huge help with our mini this year.
That reminds me, Jason, if you're watching, you're supposed to send me the STL for the fuzzy pixel poppers, and that was like 5 months ago, and I never reminded you. So my bad. I think we talked about it in Florida Committee. He's like, yeah, I'll send it over to you. Gentlemen, thank you guys so very much. Sorry, JR gave you guys no notice.
Okay.
And it's what he likes to do. But no, I'm blessed that JR was nice enough to ask me to come here today. He hasn't kicked me off yet, so still working on that. But July 31st, 2027, Carolina Mini. In what city again?
Granite
Granite
Falls.
Falls.
And is there a place like hotel rooms around there? Best place to fly in?
Best place to fly in would be Charlotte. We're about an hour from Charlotte.
Okay.
Hotel rooms are in the Hickory, North Carolina area, and we'll have all that information on our Facebook page. We'll have a block of rooms set aside, whole 9 yards.
Doug, Richard, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you guys. I'm sure we've talked on one of the forums or pages at some point. It's nice to actually see some faces instead of just people typing. And so I'm pretty certain we hit almost 90 million views today. So I'm going to go with the outro. And you've got to be at the events to know what it is. My mouse doesn't want to work because I got multiple screens going. And so we're just going to keep talking until I figure out how to get my mouse over here. And there it is. And I'm going to click outro, not intro. And we'll see you guys later. So sorry for the lagging. I was terrified to change my Wi-Fi off my show network over because I'm even still lagging right now, with the chance that it might completely kill it. I think we're still streaming. Hold on. It still says we're live. So I'm going to log off. Richard is probably going to kick us out of here or not. If not,
Nice
stay
talking
on
to you, sir.
for questions. We didn't even get to anybody's questions, and I apologize because I'm by myself and trying to read these things, and now I'm not lagging, so that's cool. I've never had that happen. That's what she said. Something like that.
There's one dude says, "What's the coolest prop you've seen this year?" I've not seen a lot of some of the new ones, but the Fat Boy mini tree I got last year is amazing. I got 6 Fat Boys to go beside my mega tree because I needed something kind of substantial to go next to it, and they're amazing, absolutely amazing. I broke it up into 3 groups of strings, and I love them. Anything Showstopper does is amazing. I'm just a Showstopper fan, so I'm a little bit biased, but I just love the way Showstopper.
I literally have every one of my.
To help Jackie with EFL is great to work with. So it's just a great combination of my show, their props and sequences. So
Mike has been gracious enough to either gift me or just I pretty much have literally every sequence he has, and it's just I wasn't buying anything this year, but seeing his sequences running at Florida Mega Mini on the on the Fat Boy and on Showstopper trees, and it's I've worked with them a lot doing it. So it's there wasn't anything this year that really blew me away. I really like JR has these blow mold looking coral props, like the old school blow mold style, and then he has these bands. So I'll definitely get all of those. Plus, what Wired Watts put out this year, I really like the character designs. L Designs Plus, Midwest Coral. It's nice seeing some new faces coming in with some new ideas. Like L Design Plus, they got this program where you can have the props talking to each other. Like you tell it what props you have, and then it could kids can ask questions, and it's using AI to answer them, and then all these characters talk back and forth between each other. It's pretty crazy. So,
Cool.
all right. Well, I'm going to leave the studio, Richard. Oh wait, are we doing? I guess we're going to keep going. Are we doing a Halloween show? I know I am, which is why
I'm gonna try to. I've got to start sometime probably mid September to start setting a few things up. I do have a new grandchild due end of November. My
Congrats.
first one. Super excited for my new granddaughter. At the moment we're calling her Peanut because they're holding the name secret. So again, super excited about that. But just want to make sure I'm completely ready if she comes early. That I have a full show and it's ready to go.
So you know it's a girl. You just don't know the name. Okay.
That's correct.
If not, we just did a gender reveal. Whoops.
No. The girl part we've known. They did a gender reveal a few weeks ago.
So I'm not lagging now.
No.
So that's awesome that I'm not I don't know. We're still streaming and it's not lagging. So I really don't know what it was. If JR was here, I could have kicked myself and then jumped back in. But we'll just blame JR like I always do. But JR is going to be teaching at North Carolina or South Carolina next year, and you guys will enjoy that. And I definitely look forward to seeing it. So I got to get running. Going to have some dinner. So you guys have a great one. Willie, is always a pleasure. Derek, thank you for being our 2 to 4 people watching this week. So have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Well, apparently I could just leave the studio, but it doesn't end the stream. And I ended the stream, so I'm going to try this one last time. This probably just made the best clip ever.
Bye.